Howdy and welcome back to World of Rockhounds. I'm Kyle. So, as you guys might have noticed, I didn't do a video on Thursday. For the time being, and it's only temporary, I'm going to be doing my set posting days for Sundays and not Thursdays and Sundays, just until I can get projects caught up and get them out of the way so I can focus on doing more content for you guys. It doesn't mean I won't post videos before the set days. If I do videos, it'll be like really short videos, small videos. Um, they might be, a small video one day where like, hey, guess the color of the inside of this rock, and then a couple days later reveal what the color is, like I did with the previous video. That way I can at least have content for you guys still, and still have that kind of interaction between Sundays. Before we go any further, I do want to show the box of rocks that our giveaway winner, Peg, that she's won, and I finally had time to actually get the rocks polished and get her box put together and get it shipped out today. Today is Saturday, the August 29th, and so it got shipped out today, so hopefully she gets that here soon. I'm not sure how long it takes to ship from where we're at to the other side of the of North America. So Peggy, if you're watching this, I really hope your package gets to you soon. And here's a little peek of what's on the inside of that box. So I'm finally being able to actually get Peg's box put together. And what we got so far is a lot of the agates from the middle of nowhere trip. And we got some Lucky Strike broken thunder eggs right here. Just some common opal. A red agate mixture. Exposed agate. And then some common opal and agate. And then since Peg said that she liked jasper, I went out to my pile and I picked out a really nice piece of jasper. It's got a cool quartz band there. So that's going to go there. But wait, there's more. And so what I decided to do was to pick up probably some of the better ones and then get them polished up. And I decided to do kind of like a best friend rock type deal. So Peg's gonna get one half and I'm gonna get the other half. So what we got here is split down the center here. The one on the right is for Peg, and the one on the left is for the chop. And let's get a closer shot so you guys kind of see how they turned out. They turned out pretty awesome. So these three are the ones that Peg's gonna get. And then down here, if you guys remember, that's the thunder egg core. So we got Lucky Strike, Whistler Springs, Lucky Strike, and then just the agate nodule that was from the middle of nowhere, and then Whistler Springs, and then the other middle of nowhere agate nodule. But yeah, so Peggy, if you're watching this, I really hope that these get to you pretty quick. I was hoping to get these out a lot sooner, so I do apologize for the delay, but I hope these get to you pretty quick. That way you can put these on the shelf and enjoy them for years to come. All those rocks turned out awesome. So Peg, I hope that gets to you here soon. And thank you for your subscription and your support to the channel. I really appreciate it. All right, so now let's go over some of the projects that I've been working on. So excuse the mess. One of the things I had to do, I had to swap these tables around because when I put together this table, I messed up. And what I did is when I had this blue machine here on this other side, the drain line was blocking the crank here that raises and lowers the table, which means I could not raise or lower the table. And I have been ignoring that problem since I put the table together. And I think it was either Thursday or Friday, I finally got around to actually fixing the issue. And of course, fixing that issue caused another issue of bucket location. So I decided to swap the tables around. That way I have room for my buckets for clean water intake and then wastewater. I also did some wire management so it hides all the wires. So that looks much, much better. What we got here is, I shared this on Instagram, but I got a couple utility knives from Home Depot. Just some simple Husky folding utility knives. And I want to do some stone handles for these. These are not high priority right now. Right now, high priority is these knives I have going on right now. So those are first priority. These are second priority, but I have plans for those. I do want to use a Brazilian agate for this particular knife. It's got some cool pattern in there. One side's going to have a clip on there, the other side's not. Clip's right there. And so I try to keep everything together when I take stuff apart, so I know how to put it back together. And here's my tumbler project. I disassembled a 3-barrel tumbler. It's not a name brand tumbler. I think the large barrels are actually lower tone barrels, but the frame itself was a custom, privately made frame, and it worked when I bought it, which was fine. But I found a lot of issues down the road. I put water in the barrels, sealed them up, laid them on the sides, and they started leaking. So I had to go get new gasket material. I replaced the board that supports the motor, pressure washed the frame. I still have to replace the cord to the motor because it's bad and it's not that safe. Washed all the small parts, and then I still have to wash up this a little bit. I'm not going to really put a whole lot of time into it. If I wanted to spend a bunch of money on it, I could have bought, new bolts, new washers, and everything. But I decided to clean up what was here, and that way I can use this for a future video for the channel. I have smaller tumblers, but I wanted to do a tumbling video with a big tumbler. And then one of the issues I had today, because I spent a good amount of time on this today to try to get it ready, I am running out of gloves. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are running out of gloves. Went to Home Depot, went to Fred Meyer, I went to Walmart. There are no stores that are carrying the disposable nitrile gloves. And I used to have like those black reusable gloves, but I paid like $6 for it, and it lasted like 2 times before it broke. And so I'm not going to buy those kind of gloves again. So I got 3 gloves to last me, and once I run out, I'm just going to have to deal with it and just get my hands dirty and just use Dawn dish soap to wash my hands. So there is that. As far as my knife projects that I just showed you in that drawer, I didn't videotape it because I was trying to get a bunch of other stuff done. But I got petrified wood, sodalite, and a Brazilian agate. These are going to be knife handles. I did a lot of the rough shaping here this week. And actually I had one broke. And that kind of stuff happens. It can't really be avoided. So I'm left with either 2 options of gluing it back together or just picking out a new piece. And I'm heavily leaning towards picking out a new piece, but I might try gluing that back together and see if it's salvageable. So I got these 2 and this one earlier this week, and this one came in today. So if you're just getting into rock hounding and you want more information on like identifying, these are awesome books. Now, I bought these 3 because I was specifically looking for a book that had the rocks and minerals color coordinated inside the pages. My problem being, I don't remember which book it was, so I bought 3 of them. These are still all great books, and spoiler alert, it's this one. This is the one that's color coordinated. But these are still great books. A lot of pictures, and it goes over names and its chemical properties and everything else. So these are really good books to have on hand for helping identifying rocks and minerals. And if I have some extra time, I'll put the links for these in the description. That way, if you're wanting a book, you can go get one. So yeah, these are good books to have, and this one is hands down my favorite one out of the 3 books, mainly because, like I said, its pages are color coordinated, and this is very satisfying to me, and it's also super helpful too. There's been times where I needed to identify a rock, and several years ago, and this book was actually readily available to me, and I was able to actually identify what a mineral was from this book because it was color coordinated. So there's that. And then I bought this one on a whim. I figured if this book was the one I was looking for, I'm sure this one was going to be equally as good. And just briefly flipping through it, again, a lot of pictures. Everything is nicely organized. And I think I can actually use this book down the road. So this is going to be super helpful. So yeah, if you have time and you have the extra money, go ahead and see if you can find these books to add to your collection of knowledge. Because even if you have Google and online capabilities, sometimes it's really hard to actually identify what a mineral is. I mean, go type in obsidian or diamond. You're probably gonna get a lot of like Steven Universe references in like Google Images. And I've had the issue in the past where I'm trying to look up something and like a cartoon from Cartoon Network is like on there. So it's a little frustrating. So books are still the number one for me of figuring out what something is. So that is my recommendation. I also got a brand new yard decoration slash outdoor pillow, and I'm not gonna crack this one open yet. But if we do get to 1,000 subscribers, I will consider cracking it open to see what's on the inside. But for now, it's going to be a nice pillow for when I'm outside enjoying the weather. While it lasts, anyway. So if you guys want to see what's on the inside of this, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm curious too, but you know, I am willing to wait for this puppy. Yep, it's a little stiff, but it'll work for now. Till next time, rock on.